Today we're going to be kicking off the DriveSmart to Daytona Challenge from Dover Motor Speedway. As we're taking on the Monster Mile, this is a 5-round event and we're only 2 rounds in. You can catch all the action here on the DriveSmart YouTube channel. Today, me, Robert Hill, and Jeff Maconi is going to be bringing you the action. Tune into the live streams because we're going to be giving away a ton of free merch. Daniel Falkenhelm is going to be leading them to get the green flag in car number 39 as he's waiting. Then the green flag is out. What a jump by the 39 car of Daniel Falkenhelm. He's going to send him in a turn number 1. Behind him, Tucker Minter is trying to follow as he has his teammate, Christopher Hill, on his rear bumper.
Yeah, Tucker Minter there in second, trying to chase down your leader, Daniel Falkenhelm. Falkenhelm with another phenomenal start here in the early going tonight here at Dover. It's Minter, Hill, Muvik, and Stewart just behind your race leader as we try to single file out here. A little bit of double file action as you see that 4 machine down on the inside. That's Nate Stewart trying to get by the 42 of Braden Muvik as we're side by side for position number 4 here on lap number 2.
Braden is digging, man, but he has nowhere to go as it's a traffic jam in front of him, and that's one thing about Dover. Oh, almost into the wall. I think the 42 car may have got the wall right there.
Yeah, I believe we had some contact a little bit further back as well. Is everyone trying to find their spot out here on the racetrack, DLB? You can see it pretty much single filed with the exception of a few cars here and there through the field, just trying to find their home. And we do see a nice variety of teams represented up here in the top 10 as we ride on board here with the 19 of Christopher Hill.
We're seeing Nate Stewart really apply the pressure, and we're also seeing Christopher Hill not want to give these guys an inch right now. So you got to balance out. Do you want to give and take, or do you just want to cold trickle this thing and drop the hammer?
Yeah, just watching the battles here towards the tail of the top 10, you can see drivers trying to find their comfortable position out there on the racetrack. And wow, you see right there Nate Stewart up on the high side, Bobby Zelensky down on the bottom, nearly making contact there. That's your battle for 4th as we run out here on the racetrack. Zelensky gonna take another dive down to the inside. He's got Logan Clampett with him. Clampett looking for an opportunity to work his way up into the top 5 as well in the early stages of this one.
So Casey, how are you feeling about your team here tonight? We're at Dover. You're going for back-to-back wins. How are you feeling about the performance of your team currently?
Yeah, everyone's doing pretty good. Obviously, Tucker's up there in second, running up front. Chris is up there in the top 10 as well, and Chase and Chad and Eric, they've been working their way forward. So yeah, doing good so far on the first run. Obviously, some strategy and stuff may come into it here in a minute with, you know, people to almost into the window of where it's going to be optimal if you're going to pit, but obviously there's a window for people staying out to try and catch a yellow too. So it's going to probably shake things up a bit. So we'll see how that plays out, but so far so good, and hopefully it stays that way.
So we are under yellow flag conditions. Ryan Moyer has went around in car number 59, and that's going to be the first yellow flag of the day. Now, as he spun, we was having cars hit pit road for the first time. The pits opened, so this is going to be interesting to see if that's going to be a lucky break for them or if they're going to get trapped a lap down.
Yeah, we're going to have to see how this pit strategy pays off here for these drivers that have been caught on pit road during this yellow flag cycle. We'll try to get a replay here if the Maconi Entertainment replay machine loads up. We'll see what happened to bring out caution number 1 of the day. That's a big hit.
Chris?
Oh, no!
Chris?
He took the stakes and ran away.
Chris?
Stakes are gone.
So,
Chris, you're burning the stakes.
No hoodies.
Chris. Come on.
No hoodies, no stakes.
Everyone go home.
Big jump there by Daniel Falkenhelm. He's going to get away. Can he gap the number 10 of Tucker Minter?
I don't know if he can dab, but he can definitely gap the field as Daniel Falkenhelm pulls away a little bit here from Tucker Minter. Just behind him, Logan Clampett, Braden Muvik currently running there in position number 4 as we're starting to see a bit of purple cycling their way forward. That is Garrett Maines. Last week we saw him start on pit road at Daytona, ended up finishing in the top 5 after adversity out there on the racetrack. So Garrett Maines, he's here to play tonight. He wants to get that win. Just watch these cars come off of turn number 2. The bumps are absolutely unsettling those vehicles, and that's going to be something to watch all night long here at Dover.
Right now, we're seeing Christopher Hill on the outside. He is one of the first drivers to really jump up there and try to gain some positions. It's going to be interesting to see if he can continue marching up to the front or if this will cause him to fade some positions as they're going to get to his inside. Everyone's on the move. Smallwood is going to get around the number 11 of Christopher Hill. So here we go. A lot is changing on this racetrack.
So we're about 4 or 5 minutes away from these perfect stakes being done, right? We got a whole lot going on. And just remember, we got 2 more Uber giveaways.
We're under yellow. Zachary Hall went around. He got the bumper from Nate Stewart, and that sent car number 32 of Zachary Hall around. So we are under yellow flag conditions on lap number 68. This is the second yellow flag of the day, as we're going to take a replay right here. Definitely looking to be a wild night. You see the 32 kapow into the wall, lights out. He got the bumper from Nate Stewart. Obviously, just some aggressive driving on track right now as the pressure is beginning to hit. We're going to bring it back to Chris and get an update on them stakes. What's going on, Chris?
Listen, these stakes are done, bro. They're perfect. You want to see them?
I want to see them.
You want to see them?
Yeah, we want to see him.
Dinner
look
is
at
served.
these
Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
They're a perfect one.
even got those grill marks.
Oh, you already know. Even though it's an inside grill, look at it. They're perfect, okay?
Daniel Falkenhelm has led from start all the way to lap 71. He's going to go early. What a jump by Daniel as that 39 car is going to check out going into turn number 1. The battle is on for third. Will anyone be able to go get Daniel?
Yeah, great jump there by Falkingham. He's got Minter, Clampett, and the 26 machine just behind. That is Garrett Maines. Bobby Zelensky running up the top 5 as they run here. Currently seeing side by side. Maines up on the high side. Clampett down on the bottom. Maines going to get the advantage here off of turn number 4. Clear himself into position number 3, but Clampett going to try to battle back there on the inside. We're going to be single file for the top 5 with side by side. It's Hill on the high side for position number 6.
Fight for the lead is on. Bobby Zelensky just got around Tucker Minter on the outside, and now he's to the rear bumper of Daniel Falkenham. We have not seen anyone challenge for the lead all day, but we're seeing Bobby drop the hammer on lap number 80. The clock is ticking. There's 40 laps remaining, and here he comes to the inside. Will it be enough for the lead? He's going to send it in deep. They're side by side. To the point goes Bobby Zelensky. Just can he clear car number 39 without making contact? Oh, almost contact off turn number 4. It's getting tight. Who's going to make it through and who's going to take the lead? Who's going to clear? Oh, Bobby just bobbed it on in there. Slide job, but he opened up the bottom groove for Daniel Falkenham to hit that crossover. So now Daniel is going to have the inside. Where do you want to be? Inside or outside? Put Bobby Zelensky clear to the lead on lap number 81.
The Maconi machine came down off the outside wall. Inamoyer nearly actually does make contact there with Braden Movick. Movick now going to try to work his way towards the front once again. These drivers all under a blanket. This is a gaggle. Oh, there we go.
There they go.
I think this is going to be a yellow.
Knew it was going to happen. It happened. So drivers are getting aggressive. It's go time, and we seen it right there live.
Yeah, that was definitely that was a wild incident there. Quite a bit of tight racing. We saw door-to-door contact a couple of times there on that lap, but unfortunately contact leads to yellow, as we'll take a look at the replay.
We're going to see the 42. Who came up? Who came down? They definitely tried to pin the 42 down, and oh, man. I don't know. That was a tough one.
Yeah, I think that might lean more towards a racing deal of sort. That was Gabe Wood up on the high side in that 04 machine. Braden Movick on the inside in that 42 that got caught up in that wreck. But just unfortunate for these guys getting caught up. Still fairly early, about a third of the race to go as we watch again from another angle here. Riding on board, I believe we're with Braden Movick here in 42. Yeah, Garrett Maines there. Looks like he's going to get ahead of Tucker Minter. I think Garrett Maines going to take the top spot. 2-tire strategy there for Maines, DLB.
That is wild. And also, Tucker Minter got off pit road in position number 3, putting Bobby Zalinski all the way down to the 4th position. You heard it there from Raw Gator. The green flag has dropped. Garrett Maines on 2 tires up front leading, but pressure is coming from Tucker Minter going for back-to-back wins as he's pulling down, trying to take the lead. They're getting wild at the back, but the battle for the lead is on. Can Tucker Minter take the lead and beat the 2 tires of the number 1 of Garrett Maines? Also, Daniel Falkenham trying to gain back everything as Bobby Zalinski trying to gain back what he lost on pit road.
Yeah, Garrett Maines currently your leader on that 2-tire strategy, trying to hold off Tucker Minter just behind him. Like you mentioned, we do have Bobby Zalinski, Daniel Falkingham, and Christopher Hill up here in that top 5 as well. And I've noticed another name creep into the top 10 that we haven't really mentioned here tonight. Chase Schaffer back in position number 8. He's up 6 spots on the day, very quietly working his way into that top 10 in car number 99. So a nice drive for him here today at Dover, driving for Casey Kerwin. So another one of those red cars working his way forward. Kerwin showing that he drafted a very strong and consistent team across the board, going for every opportunity to block off the runs that Tucker Minter is getting. As Minter goes to the inside, it's Minter on the bottom, Maines up on the high side. We're gonna look to be side by side through 1 and 2, but Maines doing a very, very nice job getting those runs on the high side off the corners and holding off that 10 machine of Tucker Minter. But Minter gonna battle back on the inside as we continue to be side by side here, coming off of turn number 4.
More contact right there. So we're seeing Garrett Maines. What he's doing right now is trying to pin down that bottom groove. Every time Tucker Minter has made it to his inside, Garrett has pinned him down to the point where it's basically run me over or let off the gas. Tucker has cut him a few breaks so far, but you're seeing the tempers begin to flare as there was contact the last time by. Tucker is only going to put up with this for so long before we get a big crash up front. But also, Garrett is doing exactly what he needs to do. If I was in this position, that's the only way. Your own older tires, you got to pin these guys down. You're not putting them in a bad position. You're simply running your own race and trying to do everything you can do to win. But we're seeing a line of cars get stuck behind him as the laps are winding down. We have 20 laps to go this time by. We're running out of time. The clock is ticking. It's go time. It's now or never. We've seen Tucker Minter slow it down a little bit. He's tried the outside. He's going to try to arc it down, try to set up a good run down the back straightaway and see if that's going to be enough. Can he potentially get to the inside this time? Not going to happen. We're seeing Tucker try the outside. He's trying the outside, trying to get to the outside. It's not going to be enough, but will he open the door for the guys behind?
If I'm honest with you here, DLB, I do think Tucker Minter is starting to wear his stuff out a little bit, battling here with Garrett Maines. Maines up on the high side as Minter pushing up. This is not going to end well as they beat and bang off the side of each other there. Minter nearly gets into the left rear of the Garrett Maines machine. This is just going to open the door for the likes of Falkingham and Zalinski to get by these guys, but I think Minter's going to need to use that bumper if he wants to get by and have a shot to actually take the win, because at this point, all he's doing is giving Falkingham and Zalinski further opportunity to just come up and steal the victory from them.
I think right now, the 2 best guys in the best seat right now is Falkenham and Zalinski. They're still side by side for the lead. More contact that time. We have seen these guys beat and bang every lap for the past 10 laps now. This is incredible. So Tucker has not been able to get the outside going. He's really quick on the bottom. Garrett is pinning him down every single opportunity. I am impressed with Garrett Maines right now on that 2-tire strategy. Can he potentially steal this win? He wasn't the fastest guy here today. He wasn't the slowest guy. But he played a strategy that put him in a winning position that can potentially get it done for him. You gotta go now. And you see it. Daniel Falkenham to the bottom for the 2nd position. Will the 10 pin him down? Daniel's gonna send it in deep. Will there be contact off turn number 4? They're all going to get off clean. But this is only going to open the lead up for Garrett Maines.
What a tight battle we have here. 3 cars under a blanket for that 2nd spot. Minter currently holds the spot that the other drivers do want. Zalinski to his rear bumper. Here comes Falkingham and Clampett. Clampett going to go all the way up to the wall. See if he can get a run off of turn number 4 here. Gets to the rear end of Falkingham. Takes a dive down to the inside. Logan Clampett has arrived on scene and we have to see how quickly they can get by the Tucker Minter machine, because now with Minter wearing out his tires, this is playing into the hand of Garrett Maines, who has done a nice job on that strategy. As you see Zelensky trying to, that's Clampett, sorry, trying to find that grip on the racetrack.
Garrett Maines is coming around to take the white flag from Dover International. He played the strategy. He done everything he needed to do. He's just hoping for no yellow flag now. The white flag is waving for Garrett Maines. One more lap around the Monster Mile, and it's going to be a win. All he has to do is survive. Don't make a mistake. Do everything right, and he's going to get back around. Final time through turn number 3 and 4.
Garrett Maines down into turn number 3, driving the number 26 for the IDK player team, coming off of turn number 4 for the final time. Checkered flag. It's Garrett Maines taking the victory with a 2-tire strategy here tonight.
So Ryan, this is Chris with DriveSmart. Okay, first, I got to ask you the same question I would ask anybody else. You win this competition. You're the influencer. You're going down to Daytona. Are we eating barbecue? Are we eating sushi, or are we eating steak?
I mean, I'm a big steak guy. Okay, so here's the thing. I've had so much barbecue in my time that like I can't eat much barbecue anymore, man. Doesn't sit right anymore, man. Does not sit right anymore. I'm a steak guy all the way.
This is a selfish racer, bro. We're just him, bro. We're just him.
Yeah, he just did really, really good. So it was just sorry, I got a little caught up there, but it was just a really good night overall. I heard IDK. IDK's pumped, man.
Oh, you dragged me? Sorry, mother joined.
God,
someone joined,
on, man.
Oh, y'all heard me?
Oh,
I'm sorry about that. Anyways, someone came in there, talking a little bit too much. I'm just copping the moment, because I know we're the points leader. So
we're gonna
there is no
IDK
warning. There is no warning whatsoever.
We're going to talk to IDK players. So IDK, how do you feel? Well, you just won round number 2. You're pumped up, obviously. How proud of you are you of your driver, Garrett Maines? You elected your guys to go out, and they proved you right.
I told DJ I got Bo Callahan. So, I mean, I'm feeling really good. Obviously, we're still the points leader. We were kind of annoyed early on not early on in the race, but when Doug wrecked out, we were like, okay, that's not good, because we know the way the points are all counted up, and we're mainly thinking on a team point. I was watching Armstrong. I was watching what he was able to do, and they were doing a really good job back through the center of the pack. But once Doug wrecked out and then Kenny Real got wrecked, we really needed Garrett to win. And we talked about before, we were like, around 30 laps to go, someone's going to have to throw a 2-tire stop in there. And with 34 to go, the question was 4 laps too far away? And Garrett said, screw it, I'm just going to do it. And it's what honestly saved us. I think 4 of our 6 drivers finished in the top 15. So we're feeling really confident. We knew Daytona was a huge drive forward. We knew as long as we survived Dover, we're going to be a big threat for race 3, 4, and 5. So we're looking very good heading towards the second half of this season.
We're going to bring in Garrett Maines, who drives for IDK Player. So, Garrett, how does it feel? You just won at Dover, round number 2. I'm sure you're hyped up. What went in with the thought process of taking 2 tires, and whose call was that?
Somebody mentioned it before the race, and I didn't get a chance to try it. But I was like, oh, that actually sounds like a good late race strategy. I wonder, if that would be a play. And I thought about it with like 45 to go, and I was like, is this too early? Like, are other people going to do this? Because that was my main thing. I didn't want to get caught out with other people making that strategy call. And then, we get the one with 34 to go, and I'm like, shoot, I feel like somebody's going to do it. And I don't want to be on the wrong end of this. So I did it. Well, nobody else did it, not anywhere near the front at least. And those tires were given up around lap 10. The only reason I was even able to hold on to that was I had preferred line and I had clean air. And every time Tucker slid his tires on exit, because he was trying to, make every inch of the racetrack work for him on exit, I could hear him slide them every time. And I just knew if I could just hold on a little bit longer, he would probably fall off, and sure enough, and then he fell off and held everybody else up for me. So it really worked out well, and it was a Hail Mary call. I honestly didn't expect it to work out. About 10 laps in, I thought I was going to probably fall back to 10th.
So I hope everyone enjoyed the stream here tonight. It was a fun one. I hope everyone has a very, very Merry Christmas as we have completed round number 2 of the DriveSmart to Daytona Challenge from Dover. Congratulations, Garrett Maines. And we're going to tune it out from there. Have a Merry Christmas, and we'll be back in 2 weeks.